Bill, thanks so much for being here today.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity. Let me set the context a little bit.
Yep.
So, in the end of March, the vice presidents are going to engage in a day-long retreat as a result of the final approval of the strategic plan and the strategic priority, with the purpose of really taking the ball in the handoff and operationalizing what was created over the last year and a half, maybe.
Year and a half.
And thinking about concepts that we addressed over that period of time, like the real-time strategic planning hybrid, the tools that we created, the concepts of real-time strategic planning in relation to rapid response, and the challenges and changes that may in fact result with a new way of looking at planning.
Right. Yep.
So today the vice presidents are at Alton Jones retreat, and their job is really with us to unpack the strategic priority that yourself and the committee worked on for the better part of 2017. So let's talk a little bit about the journey the committee took as they arrived at that single strategic priority, and how do you think that process of developing the priority is going to impact the future work of Children's Friend?
Good. So I'll talk directly to the camera and to the vice presidents. Just a personal reflection first. I teach at Brown. I've been professionally associated with United Way and leadership positions there. I've been acquainted with strategic planning for many years. In fact, chaired the strategic plan before this one. So I approached this new phase of planning and strategy at Children's Friend with a lot of personal interest and excitement. And I was particularly pleased to see that the team here was really interested in taking a fresh approach to how strategic planning should be conducted. And in fact, early on consulted David LaPiana's work in real-time strategic planning, which I had begun to migrate towards too, as well as the types of things I teach and the types of things I believe in strategic planning. In the past, we were so wedded to periodic strategic planning efforts that resulted in a plan that lasted 3 to 5 years and had objectives to it, and you conducted that and it was completed and you started again. Whereas, as we now know, and this happened in the fresh approach we took to strategic planning, it's a lot more strategic thinking. It's a lot more immediate response and adaptability, and indeed, as LaPiana says, it's really real-time strategic planning. So when we began to shape the plan and the approach and the process, there were indeed a lot of fresh minds, and we had a great team. Bob and Tammy are part of that great team to help us do that, and Amy as well. And actually, having Amy as co-chair was actually a breakthrough. Traditionally, board committees are chaired by a member of the board and include board members and maybe a few staff members. In this particular instance, Amy was the co-chair, and with Carl, Neil provided some really crucial leadership. So Bob, Tammy, Amy, Carl, and David, in the initial deliberations, indeed decided to take a fresh, new approach. Beginning with just consulting and talking to and having, I guess we call them conversations, with some really what I would call key informants, some real experts in thinking, in strategy, in innovation, and in the work we do, and in strategy and management and leadership of nonprofit organizations, especially big ones like ourselves. So I can remember Jim Burson, with his experience managing a large nonprofit like the Y, provided some great insights. So we talked to a lot of people about process and what the process should be like. We went deep into Lapiana's book and looked at what that told us. And indeed, as Bob just suggested, we created what I thought, in retrospect, was a really innovative, creative approach to strategy. So we took the best of Lapiana and we took the best of our own thinking as reflected in the conversations we had with many people. So from the start, our mindset was really broad and innovative and creative. So I think that foundation was a really good way to begin.